I'm speaking to Belinda Blackmore. Now, Belinda Blackmore, you have your darling little daughter with you, whose name is?
Ravenna.
Ravenna. Now, poor old Ravenna, she's only 17 months old, but she's run into a bit of a hurdle, I'm told. And she's got a bit of a problem with her heart.
Yeah. Ravenna's got an atrial septal defect.
Which is a hole in the heart.
Is a hole in the main wall of the heart.
Okay, now, in order to fix that, she's going to do open heart surgery, or the doctor is going to do open heart surgery.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, that would be a fairly big operation for a very little girl.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Now, you've got two other daughters.
Yes.
And one is 6 and one is 8.
Yes, we've got Kai is 8 and Elora is 6.
Now, you're going to be heading off to Sydney next month for this operation to occur, and you sort of need a bit of help by the time you have accommodation expenses and all the other bits and pieces. So you'd like people to make a bit of a donation to try and help our little darling here along.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what date was it that you expect to have this operation?
Her operation is on the 17th of November.
Right. And do we know how long it's going to take?
We have to go down on the 13th of November to see the surgeon down in Westmead.
Yep.
And then they'll do the pre-op on the Monday, and then the operation on the 17th.
Right.
They keep the child in for at least 7 days if all goes well for the operation.
And you're going to have to stay down there that whole time?
Yes.
And hubby?
Yes, and my husband's coming.
Right. And who's looking after the two little bubs?
My mother-in-law, Kate Blackmore, and my father.
She's going to look after?
Yeah.
Excellent. And how do you feel? Are you worried or are you relieved? What would you say?
I've never been so worried in my whole entire life.
Right. Now, let's go on the history a little bit of this little sweetheart. Now, she wasn't putting on weight, was she?
No, she wasn't putting on weight. So Kathy Smith was doing weights every week.
Yep.
And she just didn't put any on, so they decided to send me down to the doctors.
Yep. And
that's when they decided that they would send me to a paediatrician.
Yep.
And the paediatrician was highly concerned.
Yep.
So in April this year they put Ravenna into hospital for 4 days.
Yep.
Over in Orange Base Hospital, and that's when they found that she had a heart murmur.
Right.
At first they just told me that some children have noisy plumbing.
Yeah.
Is how they explained it to me.
Yeah.
But they would still get a cardiologist to check it out.
Yeah.
We went to the cardiologist the next week, and he found a hole in her heart, and he decided that because she wasn't having significant problems
at
that time,
yep.
They were just minimal, and he thought that maybe sometimes with these conditions they'll either go one way or the other, and they can either fix themselves
or you have an operation.
Or you have an operation, where in case of Ravenna's, hers has got a lot bigger.
Yep.
And
there's only one thing.
There's only one choice.
Okay. Now, you're facing at least a week in Sydney, and all the accommodation and all that stuff to go with it. And if people go to Fund Me, they might see their way clear to throw you a few dollars to help you out. Well, with a bit of luck, everything will go well. Of course it will. And when you come back, you've got to let us know how you get on.